Gentlemen, I'm back with another movie review, and as you can see, I'm reviewing Die Hard 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance. So, again, I've got the 5 movie box set. I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me say that, but in case anybody's new to the channel, hey, I go by R Reader, which usually means rowdy reader, rambunctious reader. My friend said sometimes rude reader, because when I'm reading and you be trying to talk to me, I be giving you a look like, you know what. Anyway, so got my husband a box set. We decided to have a movie night. Now, sorry about that, guys. I'm putting that back. I'm sorry that it's a little off kilter, but the lighting in my house, again, if you new here, completely sucks. You see, I moved it in instant glare. So I gotta do what I gotta do. And no, if I turn my lights off, it's way too dark. Like, way too dark. So, let's get into it. This movie, Die Hard 3, Die Hard with a Vengeance, came out in 1995. And I will say this. I actually like this one better than... See, I want to say I like it better than the second one, but I'm not sure. That is the debate me and my husband are trying to finish, because we're like, we liked all the movies. Which one do we like the best? Of course, you know the original is up there. Like, it's one of the best, we think. But like 2 and 3, they just got things that bug us about it. But I'm going to say I like 3 a little bit more than 2, just because of the villain. And I'm not going to rate these, because one day I have a rating for another one, and then I change the next day when my husband points something out to me. So I don't think I'm going to rate them. So, again, we got Bruce Willis, John McClane, a police officer. Well, this time it's something interesting. John is in New York. Okay, well, we know from the first one, from the first and second one, him and his wife got back together. So somehow they got separated, and he's back in New York, she's in California. Well, this movie is interesting. It's got Samuel Jackson in it. It's got an actor that I know that used to be on Another World, I think he was in. Excuse me, my voice is dry. My throat is dry. And some other actors that I know that I've seen, but I can't place them. Like, I can't. They're like actors that you like, they play secondary roles, so they're famous, but they're not too famous that you're like, oh, okay. Anyway, so I'm rambling. So, this movie is about the police getting a call talking about, if you get John McClane to stand here, we're going to basically blow up a school. That's basically it. So they pick John up, and he is hung over like he's a college student hung over. I'm like, dang, yo, what did you go through between movie 2 and movie 3, sir? You look like crap. So the first thing John has to do is he has to go in Harlem and wear a sign that says, I hate the N-word, with no police backup. I'm like, oh, they want this man dead. Well, Samuel Jackson's a store owner. You know, he's trying to teach the, like, 2 young kids, hey, you need to go to school. You got to use your mind. Don't get thugged out. He sees John doing this. He's like, oh, no, call the cops. He about to be dead. He's like, yo, you need to get out of here. And John's like, I need you to leave me alone. This is a police matter. Da-da-da-da. And the gang member sees him. He's like, look, I have a really bad headache. It's a bad day. Da-da-da-da-da. Well, this black man, inadvertently, who's Samuel Jackson, gets himself involved in what's going on. Well, I'm going to spoil this, because this movie's been out, and if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. Because I love the villain in this movie. I love the plot of this movie. It was smart. Like, all the Die Hards are smart. I just for this one, for some reason, I just like it a little bit better. My husband says I'm crazy, but I'm like, oh, whatever. So, the villain of this movie, his name is Simon. Turns out, Simon was Hans's brother. Hans is a villain from the first movie. So, Simon's using the guise of he wants revenge on John for his brother's murder. But really, he just wants to rip off a bank. Well, I think he wants to rip off Wall Street and steal a bunch of gold. And John figures this out. He goes, I know the family, yo. It's about money. It ain't nothing. And then one of the scenes, he goes up to Simon. He was like, yo, your brother was an a-hole. And Simon starts laughing. He goes, yeah, you're right. And I was like, Now, the guy that plays Simon is Jeremy Irons. I don't know if a lot of people know who Jeremy Irons is. I've seen him in a few movies. I've seen him in, which just left my mind, Three Musketeers, Lolita. Oh, and what's that one movie that I loved him in? Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I lied. It was called The Man in the Iron Mask. It was not called Three Musketeers. He was in The Man in the Iron Mask, and he was in a movie called Reversal of Fortune. He's been in a bunch of other movies. He was also in the Timeline movie. But he's been in a bunch of other movies. He's a very, very good actor. Like, very good. He was in Assassin's Creed. I remember him in that. But yeah, this man has quite a long movie IMDb. I guess that's what it's called. Anyway, I digress. So, I love Jeremy Irons in The Reversal of Fortune. I loved him in this movie. And I definitely liked him in The Man in the Iron Mask. And Lolita, if you know what Lolita is, you know, like, he played crazy really well. Let's just play that. He played that role really well. And I was side-eyeing him for a little bit, like, what? Anyway, so Jeremy Irons is a very good actor. He played Simon extremely well. Like, the roles I've seen Jeremy Irons play, he plays them perfect. He's like John Malkovich. If you know who John Malkovich is, then you know. He can take on a role that you don't think that he'll succeed in, and he just flips it. And they're completely different roles. So, Jeremy Irons plays Simon. He's the brother to, the first villain in Die Hard 1. He's smart. He's methodical. And, of course, John gets him. Because it's a movie, John gets him. But he did have John and the New York City police running in circles, making them think that he was really going to blow up a school. And he did not. Like, he played... If you was playing poker with Simon, you would have lost. Now, John and Samuel L. Jackson, for some reason, I cannot remember the characters' names today. They were very smart. They worked well together. They argued like they were friends for a long time. Like, yo, this is the bigger dick. Like, Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson played those two characters very well off this. Like, all the actors in this movie were just great. And I think that's why I like this movie so much. Now, my husband's going to say I'm a big... like, I don't know what you're talking about. But I do agree that this is... If I had to pick for 3 to watch, I'd watch 1 because that drew me in. Then I'd watch 3. And then I'd go back and watch 2. But it all depends on my mood. And I'm babbling again, so I'm jumping off here. Ladies and gentlemen, comment below which Die Hard you like the best. Hit that like button, share, subscribe, and I will see you on the next review. Bye!